Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. state quarter-dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today, we are traveling back to the dawn of a historic American coin program and focusing on a single piece that represents bravery, beginnings, and hidden surprises. This is the United States of America Virginia State Quarter from the year 2000, a coin that at first glance looks ordinary, but holds stories and possibilities that continue to excite collectors around the world. When the state quarter program was launched, it completely changed the way people looked at pocket change. For the first time in modern history, everyday Americans were encouraged to check their coins, save them, study them, and learn from them. Virginia was chosen as one of the very first states in this legendary series, and that alone gives this quarter a special place in numismatic history. Being part of the opening chapter means it was struck during a time of enormous demand, rushed production, and massive public interest, a perfect environment for rare varieties and unexpected minting mistakes. The design of the Virginia quarter is powerful and symbolic. On the reverse, we see 3 ships sailing forward with purpose, representing the famous vessels that carried settlers to the New World. Above them are the words Jamestown and the date 1607, honoring the first permanent English settlement in America. Beneath the ships is Virginia's proud nickname, the Old Dominion, a reminder of loyalty, endurance, and deep historical roots. This design connects the coin directly to the birth of American history, making it far more than just spare change. While millions of these quarters were produced, true rarity does not always come from low mintage alone. It often comes from what went wrong at the mint. During the early years of the state quarter program, production was pushed to its limits. Dies wore out quickly, machines ran non-stop, and quality control sometimes struggled to keep up. This is where collectors begin to pay very close attention. Certain Virginia quarters exhibit double details, especially in the lettering and ship lines. Others show off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or unusual die cracks that create dramatic raised lines across the surface of the coin. Some examples have been discovered with missing layers, weak strikes, or misaligned designs that instantly separate them from normal circulation pieces. These errors are not damage from use, but mistakes born at the moment of creation, making them true mint errors. Collectors prize these coins because no two are exactly alike, and once discovered, they cannot be reproduced. Condition plays a massive role as well. A flawless Virginia quarter with sharp details, strong luster, and no signs of wear is already desirable. Add a dramatic, verified mint error, and the coin moves into an entirely different category. For collectors, this coin represents the thrill of the hunt. It reminds us that valuable pieces are not always locked away in vaults or museums. Sometimes they are hiding in old jars, forgotten albums, or inherited collections. The Virginia State Quarter from 2000 is especially exciting because it sits at the crossroads of history, mass production, and human error. It tells the story of America's beginnings while also whispering the possibility that something extraordinary could still be waiting to be discovered. This is why experienced collectors always say to slow down, look closely, and never underestimate modern coins. A trained eye can spot what others overlook. A slight doubling here, an unusual strike there, or a pristine example saved at just the right time can transform an everyday quarter into a centerpiece of a serious collection. Coin lovers listen carefully to stories like this not just for the value, but for the excitement, the knowledge, and the connection to history that each coin carries. And now, as promised, the final reveal that keeps this coin firmly in the spotlight. In extremely rare cases, where the Virginia State Quarter from the year 2000 displays exceptional condition combined with dramatic and authenticated mint errors, collectors have spoken of values reaching as high as $90,000. Top 2, we are diving into a fascinating piece from the early days of a legendary American coin series. Our focus is the United States of America New Hampshire State Quarter from the year 2000, a coin that captures rugged independence, natural beauty, and a surprising world of collector excitement beneath its familiar surface. When the state quarter program began, it wasn't just a redesign of American money. It was a nationwide movement. Millions of people started checking their change, building collections, and learning history through coins. New Hampshire earned its place early in this program, and that timing alone gives this quarter a special identity. Early releases were struck under intense pressure to meet public demand, which often led to hurried production, worn dies, and unexpected minting irregularities. For collectors, those conditions are where rarity is born. The reverse design of the New Hampshire quarter is bold and unmistakable. At the center stands the Old Man of the Mountain, a legendary rock formation that once towered over Franconia Notch. For generations, it symbolized the independent spirit of the state and the idea that strength comes from endurance. Surrounding this iconic image are the words, "Live free or die," one of the most powerful and recognizable state mottos in the entire nation. This design alone makes the coin emotionally significant, especially since the rock formation collapsed just a few years after the coin was released, turning the quarter into a lasting memorial of something that no longer exists. While millions of these quarters entered circulation, true collector interest begins when we look closer. Not all New Hampshire quarters are created equal. Some were struck with subtle but important differences that separate them from standard examples. Collectors have identified doubled lettering, particularly in the motto and state name, caused by misaligned dies during striking. Others show off-center strikes where the design appears shifted, creating a dramatic and instantly noticeable error. There are also examples with die cracks that run through the rock formation or along the rim, adding unique raised lines that make each coin visually distinctive. In rare cases, planchet errors occurred, resulting in coins with missing layers, unusual thickness, or clipped edges. These are not damages from circulation, but genuine mint errors that happened at the moment the coin was born. Such pieces are highly sought after because they cannot be duplicated. Once discovered and authenticated, they become permanent one-of-a-kind collectibles. Condition elevates the value even further. A New Hampshire quarter preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition, with full luster and sharp details, already stands out. When paired with a dramatic and verified error, it moves into a completely different league. Collectors are drawn to this coin not only because of its potential worth, but because of what it represents. It connects American history, natural heritage, and the unpredictable nature of minting into a single object small enough to fit in your hand. This is the kind of coin that rewards patience, knowledge, and a careful eye. It reminds us that modern coins still hold secrets and that treasure hunting isn't always about digging in the ground. Sometimes it starts by simply paying attention. For coin lovers, the New Hampshire State Quarter from 2000 is a perfect example of why collecting never loses its magic. It encourages curiosity, sharpens observation, and keeps alive the thrill that something extraordinary could be hiding in plain sight. Every scratch-free surface, every unusual line, every tiny detail matters. Listening closely to stories like this helps collectors understand not just what to look for, but why these coins continue to capture attention decades after their release. And now, at the very end, comes the detail that keeps collectors talking. In exceptionally rare situations, where this New Hampshire State Quarter from the year 2000 exists in outstanding condition combined with significant, authenticated mint errors, its value has been said to reach as high as $87,000. Top 3. We are exploring a modern American quarter that looks familiar, yet carries an unexpected sense of mystery and excitement. Our focus is the United States of America State Quarter Dollar featuring arches from the year 2014. A coin that celebrates natural beauty while quietly fueling big dreams among collectors. This quarter belongs to the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series designed to honor national parks and iconic landscapes across the country. When Arches was selected, it represented more than just a scenic location. Arches National Park in Utah is world famous for its towering sandstone formations, shaped by time, wind, and patience. That same idea of patience is exactly what draws collectors to this coin, because the true value often reveals itself only to those willing to look closely. The reverse design is striking and elegant. At the center stands Delicate Arch, one of the most recognizable natural landmarks in the United States. Rising proudly against the sky, the arch symbolizes endurance, balance, and the quiet power of nature. The clean lines and depth of the engraving give this coin a dramatic presence, especially when found with strong luster and sharp detail. For many collectors, this design alone makes the coin worth saving, even before rarity enters the conversation. Although millions of Arches quarters were produced, rarity in the coin world is not always about how many were made. It is about how many survived in exceptional condition and how many were struck with unusual characteristics. During high-volume production, even modern mints can produce mistakes. These errors are where excitement truly begins. Some Arches quarters have been discovered with doubled design elements, where parts of the lettering or the arch itself appear slightly repeated. Others show off-center strikes that shift the entire image, instantly catching the eye of experienced collectors. There are also cases of die cracks running through the rock formation, creating raised lines that were never intended to be part of the design. In rare situations, coins may display planchet errors such as clipped edges, unusual thickness, or missing layers, all caused during the minting process. These are not damages from circulation, but genuine mint errors that happened at the moment the coin was created. Each one tells a unique story, and no two are exactly the same. Condition plays a powerful role in elevating this quarter's appeal. An Arches quarter preserved in uncirculated condition, with full mint luster and no signs of wear, already stands above the average example. When such a coin is paired with a dramatic, clearly visible error, it becomes something far more special. Collectors understand that modern error coins are limited by chance, not design, which makes them especially desirable in the long run. What makes this coin truly fascinating for collectors is the contrast it represents. It is a modern coin, still remembered by many, yet capable of carrying the same thrill as much older pieces. It reminds us that valuable discoveries are not limited to the distant past. They can exist in recent history, waiting quietly in collections, drawers, or forgotten rolls. Coin lovers enjoy videos like this not just for potential value, but for the knowledge, the anticipation, and the joy of learning how to see ordinary objects in extraordinary ways. The Arches quarter from 2014 encourages collectors to slow down and observe. Every line of the arch, every letter, every edge matters. It proves that modern coins still deserve respect, study, and attention. For those who truly enjoy the hunt, this coin represents the idea that patience and curiosity can transform simple change into something unforgettable. And now, as promised, the final detail that keeps collectors listening until the very end. In extremely rare cases, when the United States of America Arches quarter from the year 2014 exists in exceptional condition and features significant, authenticated mint errors, its value has been said to reach as high as $84,000. We are taking a closer look at a quarter that represents strength, heritage, and hidden surprises. This video is all about the United States of America Maryland State quarter from the year 2000, a coin that may seem familiar at first glance, but holds layers of fascination for collectors who know what to look for. When the state quarter program was launched, it transformed American coin collecting almost overnight. People of all ages began searching through their pockets, jars, and rolls of coins, hoping to find something special. Maryland was among the early states honored in this groundbreaking series, and that timing plays an important role in why this quarter continues to attract attention. Early production years were marked by enormous demand, fast-paced minting, and intense pressure on equipment, conditions that often give rise to unusual and collectible minting characteristics. The reverse design of the Maryland quarter is bold and instantly recognizable. At its center stands the majestic dome of the Maryland State House in Annapolis, the oldest state capitol still in continuous legislative use. This building witnessed the resignation of George Washington as Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army, a moment that shaped the foundation of American democracy. By placing this historic structure on the quarter, the coin captures a powerful symbol of leadership, independence, and tradition. Beyond its historical importance, the artistic details of the design are what collectors love to study. The fine lines of the dome, the balance of the lettering, and the overall symmetry make this quarter visually appealing, especially when found with strong strike quality. However, the true excitement begins when collectors examine these coins under magnification. During the high-speed production of the year 2000, Certain Maryland quarters were struck with errors that make them stand out dramatically from standard examples. Some coins show doubled details in the lettering or along the architectural lines of the State House, the result of slight misalignment during the striking process. Others display off-center strikes, where part of the design appears shifted toward the edge, creating a striking and unmistakable look. Die cracks are another feature collectors watch for closely. These appear as raised lines across the surface of the coin and often pass through the dome or rim, adding character and uniqueness that in rarer cases, planchet errors occurred before the coin was even struck. These include clipped edges, missing layers, or unusual thickness that immediately signal something out of the ordinary. These are not signs of damage from circulation, but true mint errors created at the moment the coin was born. Because each error is accidental, no two examples are exactly alike, which greatly increases their desirability among serious collectors. Condition elevates everything. A Maryland quarter preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition, with bright luster and crisp details, is already appealing. Combine that level of preservation with a clear and dramatic mint error, and the coin becomes something truly special. Collectors understand that coins like these are not easy to find, especially as time passes and more pieces are lost to wear or damage. What makes this coin especially interesting is how it blends modern minting with deep historical roots. It proves that you do not need to look centuries into the past to find meaningful and exciting collectibles. Sometimes, the most intriguing treasures come from coins many people still remember using. For coin lovers, this quarter is a reminder to slow down, observe carefully, and appreciate the stories hidden in plain sight. Listening closely to details like these helps collectors sharpen their eye and deepen their understanding of what makes a coin special. The Maryland State Quarter from 2000 is more than just currency. It is a piece of American heritage, a product of a historic collecting movement, and a potential surprise waiting for those who take the time to look. And now, as promised, the final detail that keeps collectors listening until the very end. In exceptionally rare situations, where this Maryland State Quarter from the year 2000 survives in outstanding condition and displays significant, authenticated mint errors, its value has been said to reach as high as $81,000. Top 5. We are exploring a fascinating quarter that represents freedom, discovery, and collector excitement. Our focus is the United States of America Rhode Island State Quarter from the year 2001, a coin that may look simple at first glance, yet holds a special place in the hearts of collectors who know what makes a modern coin truly valuable. The Rhode Island Quarter was released as part of the Historic State Quarter program, a series that completely changed coin collecting in the United States. When this program began, it sparked a nationwide treasure hunt. People everywhere began checking their change, saving rolls of quarters, and learning about American history through everyday coins. Rhode Island's release came at a time when the program was already in full swing, with massive demand and nonstop production at the mints. These intense conditions often created the perfect environment for unusual minting results. The reverse design of the Rhode Island Quarter is elegant and symbolic. It features a scenic view of a sailboat gliding across Narragansett Bay, with the iconic Pell Bridge stretching gracefully across the background. Above the scene is the word ocean, a reference to Rhode Island's famous nickname, the Ocean State. This design captures a sense of calm, freedom, and connection to the sea, reflecting the state's deep maritime heritage and independent spirit. For many collectors, this peaceful imagery is one of the most beautiful designs in the entire series. But beyond beauty lies the thrill of discovery. While millions of Rhode Island quarters were produced, not all of them are the same. True rarity often comes from the smallest details, and this is where collectors slow down and look closer. During the fast-paced minting process of the early 2000s, some coins were struck with errors that make them stand out dramatically. Certain examples show doubled lettering in the state name or inscriptions, caused by misaligned dies during striking. Others display off-center strikes, where the design is shifted toward the edge, instantly signaling that something unusual occurred at the mint. Die cracks are another feature that collectors search for closely. These appear as raised lines across the surface of the coin and may run through the bridge, the water, or along the rim. In rare cases, Planchet errors happened before the coin was struck, resulting in clipped edges, missing layers, or unusual thickness. These are not damages from use, but true mint errors created at the moment of production, making each example unique and impossible to duplicate. Condition plays an enormous role in collector interest. A Rhode Island quarter preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition, with strong luster and sharp details, already stands out from the vast majority that entered circulation. When such a coin also displays a clear and dramatic mint error, it becomes something truly special. Collectors understand that as time passes, coins like these become harder to find, especially in top condition. What makes this quarter especially exciting is the contrast it represents. It is a modern coin that many people remember using, yet it can still carry the same thrill as much older and more famous pieces. It reminds collectors that valuable discoveries are not limited to ancient history. They can come from careful observation, patience, and a willingness to learn. Coin lovers listen closely to stories like this because they sharpen the eye and deepen appreciation for the craft and complexity behind coin production. The Rhode Island State Quarter from 2001 is a reminder that every coin has a story. Some tell tales of exploration and freedom, while others quietly carry evidence of human error and mechanical imperfection. Together, these elements create excitement, curiosity, and endless possibilities for collectors. This is why checking your coins never gets old, and why even a single quarter can spark a sense of wonder. And now, as promised, the final detail that keeps collectors watching until the very end. In extremely rare situations, when the Rhode Island State Quarter from the year 2001 survives in exceptional condition and features significant, authenticated mint errors, its value has been said to reach as high as $78,000. If you're enjoying learning about rare and valuable coins like this one, don't forget to like the video, share it with fellow coin lovers, and subscribe to the channel for more hidden treasures and fascinating stories. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload, and keep the hunt alive by staying curious and checking your change.